How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. I got to start off by saying I'm a big fan of the show Snowfall. I think you do a great job
I'm
on the show.
good.
Been wa-
Thank you so
been
much.
watching since the inception of season 1, so I'm a big fan. What can we expect from the new season?
Oh man. So season 4 is all about um, you know, the CIA is now the family, or at least Damson and part of the family is more aware of who Reed really is and how does that information affect everything. The family dynamics are being tested, friendships are being put on the line. It's just, we're really watching the effects of the pressures of what happens when people know that the government is involved, with also what happens when now there's even more money and power at play. With Louie, we've watched her really build her own personal little empire.
Mm-hmm.
And with Franklin being injured and out last season, she took the reins, and she's been the one in calling the shots. And now Franklin's back, and so how is Louis going to handle that? That has been really fun to kind of grapple with over the course of this season. So I'm really excited for people to see.
I'm looking forward to it. I think you do a great job playing the character. What's it like? Who are some of your co-stars that you think just do a really good job, or that you've kind of learned from in doing this show?
Oh, man. I work with such a phenomenal group of people, of artists and of people. I learned so much from my co-stars. Eamon Joseph, he plays Jerome. He is always reminding me through his actions how to raise the stakes and keep the ball going and burning a ball of flames. Like, how do we keep that in the air? And he's really fun to it's almost like playing volleyball. You keep that ball going across the net. And so how do you keep it in the air? How do you keep the momentum going? So I've learned lots from him. Michael Hyatt, she plays Sissy, and she is a beast of an actress.
Mm-hmm.
I just learned from watching her all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, all the actors, our cast we're pretty.
So you're a new
phenomenal.
mom. What's it like being a new mom and working on a big time show like Snowfall?
It has its challenges. My baby, she is demanding.
Yeah.
She wants the attention. But I have, everybody is super supportive. My family is supportive, and they take over for me when I have to be at work or when I have to, do interviews, and they make sure she's taken care of. And then at work, my milk pumping schedule is built into production schedule. So, they give me time for that, and everybody is just super supportive and wanting to make sure I have what I need. And so, yeah, I'm grateful. I'm blessed.
You were born in Detroit, and I also have to say, go
Yeah.
Blue. You're Michigan Wolverine.
Go Blue.
I have quite a bit of family that was raised in the Detroit Dearborn area, and my grandfather worked for Ford Motor Company in Detroit.
Okay.
And there's just something about a person that is born and raised there that comes from there. You just have, it's a different kind of edge. How do you feel like that has helped you in maybe your career?
Oh, it's helped me a lot. I mean, I think Detroit is a city of resilient people, and if you don't need anything else in this in this industry, it's resiliency.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think the combination of Detroit and then living in New York for a long time just taught me how to, beat the pavement, how to hustle and get what I want, get things done. And when people tell you no, you just, come back even stronger. And I definitely got that from home for sure.
I like that. I respect that. And part of that, I think that resiliency kind of leads to, I think, part of the reason that you're so involved with such great charity organizations and so involved with, your time and everything. Why is charity work so important to you?
Because I have a desire to be a part of the good of humanity, because I have a desire to see people have a chance at life like I did, because I have a desire to, think about more than just myself.
Sure.
I think that's where that comes from. And, being from Detroit, it's changing now, but during the time that I was there, it was, Detroit has been mostly Black city. And so I've had the opportunity to see Black people in power, to see Black people, affluent Black people, as well as, how we usually see Black people in the media, which is poor and violent and, on drugs and all of those things. But I know that there is more to us in my community than that. And so I like to give back in terms of charitable efforts, because, I know that Black people are struggling, and there has been centuries of our government and other powers and forces that choose to try to rob the Black community of their humanity and try to force them to see only the destruction, of our own people. And so I want to be a part of lifting up the Black community, allowing everyone to see our humanity and the things that we can do when we are afforded opportunity and resources.
I think that's a great cause. That's a great reason. And I do think, like you said, just growing up where you grew up, you now have a different perspective than a lot of people do have. I think what you're doing is great. I think you're super talented. Obviously, you've got a big heart. Now you've got a loving family, so your heart's grown even more. You've had a lot of different experiences with acting, and obviously you're on television. You've also done some theater. What do you prefer? What's your biggest comparison? The live aspect, the energy of a theater, or do you kind of like the cut, take again kind of vibe the television brings?
Well, I like them both for different reasons, but I would say for me, working on camera, less about the cut, let's try it again, and more about when you work on camera, you have to operate from your instincts. And you learn that in theater. But I would say, me personally, as my artist trajectory goes, it would be a situation where I'd be in a show or I'd be in rehearsal for a show and I'd have the instinct to do something, and then I would kind of chicken out. And then I get home and I'd be thinking about it all day, and I get home and I go, okay, well, tomorrow I'm going to try that thing. I'm going to do it. And then the next day would come and I would either do it or I wouldn't do it. And then there was always tomorrow or the next show, next rehearsal. And you don't get that opportunity when you're working on camera. You may not get another take, let alone another day to do the same thing that you did. No, once the day is over, once we're done with this scene, we're never coming back to it. So I've had to learn to really act on my impulses. And that has really changed the game for me in terms of my own acting journey.
Wow. Well, Angela Lewis, Snowfall, back on FX for yet another season. I wish you nothing but more seasons, mainly for a selfish reason. I really enjoy watching it, and I don't want it to stop. But thank you for taking some time to chat with me today. We appreciate it.
Thank you. This was fun. Thank you.